Alright, we're back. We got a question from Banks. He's asking, if my son is being played out of position in high school, will that affect his recruiting? And the answer is yes and no. And I'll tell you exactly why. I'll tell you about basketball, what you asked about, and then I'll tell you about in football. In basketball, this is real common. Your son's taller, but he's more advanced than a lot of players on his high school team. His high school coach probably needs him to play that 3 or 4 position if he's 6'3". I mean, a lot of kids in high school, 6'3", that's pretty decent height in high school, 6'4", 6'3", and your coach probably needs him to play in that position. But your son can dribble, he can shoot, he's fluent with the basketball, has real good ball handling skills. But unfortunately, he's stuck down there in the post. But that's where AAU and those Saturday tournaments come into play. Your son will get that exposure on other teams to be able to play his true position, probably a 2 or 3 guard, probably 1 or 2 guard actually for college. All depends on D1, D2 or D3. But at being 6'3", 6'4", and can shoot, he'll probably be a 2 guard or a 1 guard. So I'm telling you that it's not detrimental to his recruiting, but it can affect it a little bit because the college coaches want to see him in his natural position. That's actually handling the ball, getting up shots, being the defender. But he's down there in the paint and letting the offense run around him. So it might affect him a little bit, but don't be too worried about it. Just make sure you get him in those camps, get him on those little AAU teams that the talent is up there to where he'll be 6'3" running the point and he'll have a 7-foot center in high school, and it balances out. In football, it's real common for players who are smaller to play defensive back. That's true. It's real common for middle-sized players to play linebacker, defensive end. But as you notice in college, if a player is a 6'3" safety, in college, he probably played linebacker in high school, maybe even defensive end. I mean, these guys are tall and kind of lankier, but if they can move, they'll probably move them back a little bit to outside linebacker or to safety. So getting that footage, getting that game film of him being in his position is good, but I would say that don't be too worried about it because colleges do develop players. Once they can see you can play a position and you're fluent at your skills, your footwork, and even with the basketball, you're fluent with that, then they'll be down. I mean, they'll offer you money. They'll come recruit you. So don't be too worried about not playing your position in high school. Just ball out. If you can't showcase your talent, ask your coach if you can get some minutes running the point, in a B squad or something like that. Thanks for sending in the question. That was a good question. Feel free to share this and subscribe. When you subscribe, that lets me know that it helps you out. And if I didn't answer your question all the way, then feel free to send another question and we can talk more about it. Thank you.